If I were a plant, I would be an orchid because I love how elegant they are. My name is Lesego Selwane, and I am the CEO of Ronewa Creations. I studied biochemistry and botany, and then I went to go study landscaping. And, then my aunt was like, why don't we just start the business right now?
I just love nature. I just love nature. I worked for 10 years in corporate, but I just felt that I just needed to change career. So we started this baby called Ronewa Creations, and we do landscaping and garden maintenance. My passion comes from my mom. She taught us a lot about the environment, about how to take care of flowers.
My grandmother, who has a very eclectic garden in Soweto, and she belongs to a garden club in Soweto. She shares so much information. So that's pretty much where all of this came together.
Well, I've always been an entrepreneur, and I come from a very poor family, poor background. So I had to step up at 11. I started selling candles and paraffin, started selling sweets at school. So I've been selling. And then when I finished matric, my dream was to come to Johannesburg so that I can change my life and my family's life. I started hustling again, started selling grilled chicken feet, gizzards, and also selling t-shirts. I was aspiring musician on the side, but I never stopped selling. Then I got a job from one of the biggest tobacco company in SA. And then 2019, I decided to quit my job in April. I cashed out all my savings, everything to the last cent. So that's how I basically started Moja Chicken. Moja means lekker. Moja means delicious. Moja means awesome. Moja means sharp. It's a very popular slang in the township. So that was my first selling point. Okay, cool. I'm going to grill chicken, give it my own flavor. And also I was like, if I want to tackle the township economy, I had to go with the container structure.
I'm the owner of Koni Wines. So I started this business after I resigned from the corporate world. I was always curious about wine. It's not an easy business. It looks glamorous and all that, but behind the scenes, you need to really work hard to build the brand, to build the business.
So starting Ronewa Creations was really, really tough. Many challenges along the journey. Firstly, we are in a male-dominated industry. Also getting the resources to start us up. We didn't have a bakkie when we started. I remember we used to put trees in Dina's car. One tree would be going out the other window, the other one the other window. And just getting that financial backing was a big stress.
6 months later, COVID hit. No one was ready. I was not prepared. It went on for the whole 2020. Stress, trying to hustle, trying to make means to live. Unfortunately, I went to a very deep corner. I started now hitting depression.
I was a self-funded business. I just took whatever savings I had and started the business. So that was actually rough. And then somewhere 2017, 18 was my worst years, where literally I have no funds, nothing whatsoever. But, I kept on going. There was that voice that just says, just keep trying. You meet people who will also guide you in the process to improve. And obviously now, while I was ready to meet the world, 2020, 2021, COVID was there. But Holland rocked up, and I was part of the 12 SMEs for the Holland campaign. That actually reshaped the whole thing.
So our purpose at Hollard is to enable more people to create and secure a better future. Our founders believed there was a better way to do insurance, a better way to be in the world, and it's what we come to do every day. So it's very special.
Big Ads for Small Business came about because we knew that small businesses were some of the hardest hit kind of parts of society through lockdown. There were businesses closing left, right and center. And so we thought, well, how can we create better futures for those businesses?
The idea was, what if we gave our ad space to small businesses? I mean, that sounds nuts, right? Because we need our ad space. But indeed, that's exactly what we did. So we asked Holidites, are there small businesses in your area or that you know that could benefit from a little bit more attention?
I lost my apartment and then I had to sleep in my car for like 3 months. And then this one guy, he texted me. I work for Holiday. Holiday, they've got this exciting campaign that's coming up. Take a chance.
We had 300 or so businesses that were submitted. We went through a really rigorous vetting process because we needed to make sure that the business wouldn't topple over if they got 14 million inquiries because we put them on TV. So it was quite a process.
I applied. A month or two later, wow, I get a call from this gentleman. He says, Mr. Motseng, Moja Chicken has been shortlisted. Whoa. From the whole Big Ads campaign. Whoa, okay. Then I could feel the weight just going off my shoulders.
We identified such a beautiful range of businesses and phoning them up and saying, you're one of our 12. It was probably the best thing that happened to me in lockdown, for absolutely sure.
I remember that day when I got a call and then they said, congratulations, you're part of the whole campaign. Oh man, it was so unbelievable.
Big Ads for Small Businesses. I cannot even begin to describe how amazing that was. When they told us that we are part of, the 12 that have been selected, we were so thrilled. It was so overwhelming, yet we were like, it's our time, it's our time.
So now we had 12 businesses and we needed to put down 12 advertising campaigns together so that we could amplify them and showcase them to South Africa so that we could grow their businesses. And that was the next step.
Not one campaign, but 13 campaigns simultaneously, all at once, in lockdown. So we started with out of home. Then we moved into TV. We had radio. We had kind of community print. Also, we had to think about geography and whether national exposure was better or whether exposure within the area was better. There were streetfall ads, there were bus shelters. They all had like a whole social media content plan for them.
Now, I became part of a Big Ads for Small Businesses. Wow, it was amazing shooting that. It was so amazing. Then after the campaign, our life changed. Started opening more franchises. Even the back end of the business, they really assisted me.
So part of the objective was seeing what else we could do to support these businesses. We gave them help with legal contracts. We gave them exposure to a whole lot of things that amplified the input that already had in marketing their businesses.
We've learned so much from that experience, how you actually need to put yourself out there a lot more because your credibility is everything. And it has really put us in the door.
We were very clear what we wanted to achieve. First of all, we had to make sure that our brand was being amplified for the reasons that we wanted to position our brand and always do in creating better futures. But we also wanted to make sure that every business grew in response to the exposure that they would get. And when you speak to Connie and you hear about her new contracts, and when you speak to Ronewa Gardens and hear that they were seen on TV and suddenly they had gravitas and there was awareness that they were substantial, it's just incredible.
Our business grew 10 times. We had to hire more people. We had to get more equipment. So we are taking it to another level. And the company is really, really growing.
That campaign took my brand to the next level. I think the main thing was it was driving brand awareness, being associated with a company like Hollard. So I think definitely our export opportunities came from there. the local business as well.
The idea of win-win-win is baked into our purpose, and it's everything we do. We're a very strong partnership business. And so the idea of us sharing our ad space, it was easy because it's something that we do.
So today, the business is looking good. We've got 9 franchise stores now here across South Africa. I think for me, every time I open a new store, what drives me as an entrepreneur is not the bank balance or bank account. It's definitely creating jobs.
I hope I will be inspiring some of the community of South Africa to really keep dreaming. Don't doubt your capabilities, you can.
Till this day, people still say, we saw you. I remember seeing Reneo Creations somewhere, and there's that link, and I'll forever be grateful for that opportunity.
People here are vibing. People here, you can see that they've got life. It's a great township. One of the challenges in Mamelodi is unemployment. Here it's rife. Everyone is fighting for that bread that they need to grasp. We were so blessed that in 2019 there was an initiative which is Proud of My Town. And we engaged all the leaders in the community. And one of the things that we were engaging was what could be the solution in terms of unemployment. And one of those things was for us to infuse the spirit of entrepreneurship. How's your business doing? Business is doing well. Last year, we were having a workshop looking at how do we formalize a business? Where do you start in terms of business plan? How do you make sure that your business thrives? Because when the community thrives, even Nedbank thrives. The results were phenomenal. We have seen people, they only had ideas, starting to act on them and starting to really make something of those ideas.
I've been in the beauty industry as a massage therapist for 8 years, and I saw that I could make my own mobile spa. Each and every product that I was selling, I will read the ingredients. That's why I've developed the love to have my own range one day. Starting a business is not easy. At the first time, I didn't balance my cost. And then Nedbank Intervention, they teach us how to make our own website, how to promote on Instagram or Facebook. We've got your niche there.
When Onika came through into this program, each and every person had to do a pitch and hustle and pitch their idea. And Onika stood up. Her business model was really, really a great model, and she was the overall winner.
Winning this competition, it gives me a vision of where I want to go. When you won with Nedbank, they do the follow-up. They want to know, where are you? Did you achieve your goals? It's so very important for a startup. I started manufacturing products 2020. If it wasn't for Nedbank, the bank that really cares for us, I don't know where I would be today.
I grew up in New Brighton in Port Elizabeth. I'm a child of the townships. This is where the biggest chunk of the South African population lives. It's where money is. Micro-industries are the primary creators of employment in townships, and in a country like ours where we've got deep wells of unemployment, it makes sense to support those entrepreneurial ventures. Also, we understand deeply that they want to feel that you're part and parcel of the betterment of that community.
The township economy is resilient. This is an economy that knows how to take the little and make the most out of it. Partnering with people on the ground was critical to our success, and actually understanding what are the needs on the ground and how do we use our financial expertise to address those. And the communities reflected back to us to say, we need to trust you. And how do we trust you? We trust you when part of the community is involved with what you do.
Because the township by geography But if you really push and you've got goosebumps, it will export your products to many different places.
I'm an entrepreneur, someone who's very passionate about township entrepreneurship, T short for Township Entrepreneurs Alliance. We've been able to directly impact over 60,000 township entrepreneurs nationally. The flagship program is the Township Business Workshops that seek to share information, business development support, networking, and training entrepreneurs how to pitch, because sales is the lifeline of every business.
Whether you are building a shack or building a big house, we are going to supply you with quality building materials.
So please come on board and help us save our children.
We're going to manufacture, also employing local.
It's a 100% female-owned panel beating company, and with the 50,000 that I'm gonna win. I mean, and never we go by, be the difference that impacts the world.
And you just listen to these pitches and you're like, oh my word, the picture of South Africa is bright.
Through these workshops, part of Bake Libeke, the winning pitcher walks away with an amazing prize. That's a beautiful thing, but the big win for me is Nedbank has said we'll procure goods from all the exhibitors. And then on top of that, we will localize all procurement. So everything you see inside social media, content creation, it's all from that immediate community where we're doing the work. That for me is the inclusive disruption that you need from a big business.
People said, we don't want handouts. We want to work for our hustle because that's my street cred. We are hungry for knowledge. We are hungry for understanding how to manage our finances. We are hungry to get connected with other businesses. We're seeing that hunger, that resilience, that desire to make something and make your community proud.
Growing up, we didn't have entrepreneurial role models. In the township, your role models has to be that guy who's a gangster, you know. I want to change the narrative to say kids can look up to us and say, hey, entrepreneurship does work. I believe so much in the township economy. The youth is very entrepreneurial. There's almost a business in every corner. Guys are doing kawashis, guys are doing kota, fast food. I'm a graduate from the University of Johannesburg. I was studying operations management, but I couldn't find a job. There's this uncle, Prasesh. He's the one who introduced me to recycling. A normal day for a waste picker starts at 5 a.m. So I've always been that person who works hard. And we used to wait for companies that would come from town. Sometimes we will wait for 2 weeks for a truck to come and collect. And then I said, this is an opportunity for me. Yeah, I had this idea of a buyback center. Starting a business with nothing, it's very hard. You just have this vision and this goal that I want to do this, but you don't know how you're going to do it. The workshops of Indalo and Nedbank, they helped me so much. Now I know about value proposition, I know about finances of the business. They funded the business, they enabled me to move from my garage into a site now. What I like the most is an ongoing mentorship.
Our belief is that you can address social issues together with environmental issues. And we're starting to say, how do we inject funding into the green economy? And that's what the Indalo team is doing.
The resources are scarce now. And we have these great materials that we can recycle. Recycling today for tomorrow. I call that place a place of hope. They walk in there with the waste and they live with cash. I always say to the guys, we're turning trash into treasure.
You're injecting a sense of pride in people around their community. You're also using it as an opportunity to transfer skills, and of course you're doing the right thing for the environment.
We have it in us as South Africans. What we need to do is, rather than sit back, each and every one of us needs to say, within the small space that I have an influence, what can I do to make a difference? The people are the ones that make the country to become what it is. So let's start this movement together, Beke Libeke.
I started Queen's Salon in 2015. Ever since, I've been going from strength to strength. This is my financial independence. The only problem was COVID. And in the midst of that, a mob of people came here and they stormed in and they took whatever they found.
During COVID, the people who were impacted the most were the township entrepreneurs. Just when they were trying to recover, then it was the riots. And as a bank, we challenged ourselves to say, these businesses have stopped operating. How can we re-inject funds to rebuild their business? And that's where we said to the communities, we are with you on this journey to rebuild your businesses.
I received funding from Nedbank. That was my breakthrough. Honestly, we are able to pay the salaries. So I was able to buy all the equipment that I needed to put me where I am today.
For us, it was our way of saying, we are not here temporarily.
Apart from what I'm doing now on the site, I train women, youth and people living with disability how to do the beauty treatments. I train them how to make jewelry so that they can earn a living out there. It means a woman is independent, a woman is empowered. If you are driven by passion, if you love empowering people, then you don't look at your clock. You do it tirelessly.
As Nedbank, we're really passionate about young people, and we have a program called Yes Learnership. There are young people that are within our communities, and they studied, they've got degrees, they've got diplomas, but unemployment, it's really rife.
I did criminology and psychology. The past years I've been unemployed, so getting an opportunity to be a yes learner, it was a great opportunity to me. Currently we are helping with digital enrollment at Nedbank.
I think it's a fantastic program to say, hey, how do we think proactively around giving job opportunities to people who do have education but who are not in the formal employment net, give them an opportunity to come into formal employment for a period of time, and from there they can then use that as an opportunity to springboard their lives into better opportunities going forward.
We try and please them within the communities where they come from. We train them, they go out there, they do the work.
I'm actually teaching people. It makes me feel like a community asset, it makes me feel happy, it makes me feel useful.
For those who actually show the agility and the willingness to learn and are producing results, then we will employ them.
I'm really happy where I am right now, and I want to develop more within this.
You know, some of our biggest, shiniest branches are in townships. These are some of the best branches in terms of infrastructure, in terms of investment per square meter that you'll find any bank anywhere in the world having made. So we spend a lot of time, effort and money thinking through how we service this community.
Okay, I'm the accountant. There's a need with the elderly when it comes to SASSA, their pay points. No, you can see. You know, these are special people. And if you can go to SASSA offices, you will see that the queues are there. Some of them, they are so frustrated. So we go to community and say to the elder, we are here to assist you in conjunction with SASSA to say, how can we be a help to those people so that they don't go to the banks, they don't go to SASSA. This is one of those that actually speak to who we are. People that were supposed to be inconvenienced by going and queuing, but coming here, they know it's one-stop shop. They can be able to be serviced by us. Deserves just a round of applause. To me, it's not just coming in the morning to just earn my living. It's a calling. It's a key to us as Nedbankers that we are money experts who do good.